Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I'm your host, John Burke, with my beautiful bearded heterosexual life Jewish partner, Josh, over there operating those controls like he is just meant to do magical things with those fingers, my man. Magical things. L'chaim. So last night, I was telling you right before the show started, had a friend over, and we took one of the passion fruit 25 milligram Delta 8 Halo gummies. Dude, I don't know what happened. Like, it was, I needed a night like that. It was just, we were so relaxed. We were laughing our asses off. And I was actually kind of cleaning up around the house a little bit, high off my ass, but feeling it was such a good, I'm still feeling good, like really good.
Yeah.
And the thing that I loved about it is that we both knew that we were just baked off of our asses. Like, we know we're just really high. We're feeling really good.
Yeah.
We're actually having a really good conversation. Nothing like to the point where it's like, bad. It was just like we were having really good conversations. And before I know it, like, we're both just like, we're starving. And we're like, oh God, are we going to do this? It's like, yeah. I was like, well, I don't have a lot in my fridge right now, so we're going to have to like MacGyver some shit. Bro, I'm so proud of myself. Like, this should be a cooking show. I don't know, it probably already is. Like, stoner cooking show. Like,
Little MacGyver thing for you.
Little MacGyver, bro. We had it going. So, get this.
Yeah.
No, keep it going. Absolutely. Get this. You tell me if this sounds good. So, at the base, we had protein pancakes. Okay. And then we added a little strawberry preserves. Mm-hmm. And then I had some leftover sweet potato casserole from Ruth Chris. Put it on each, a dollop on each, a little thing of peanut butter, and then a slight drizzle of syrup. Microwave for about a minute 30.
Did you put on blindfolds while you were doing this?
No. I'm just saying. I know that
it doesn't sound good at all.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, I don't know, chat. What are we thinking on this?
MacGyver music. Ruined it.
I mean, I think
ruined the theme song.
I think that's it. It was amazing. I thought it was great.
Protein pancakes.
Protein pancakes, yeah.
What else?
Dude, okay, so the
strawberry
base,
preserves.
Strawberry preserve. And then a dollop of peanut butter, a drizzle of syrup on top of sweet potato casserole with the pecans. Oh, bro, it was good.
Okay.
It was delicious.
I'll take your word for it.
I thought it was amazing. So we're both just sitting there just like, oh, fuck, this is really good. So, and at one point we're just like, wait, is this good because we're high? I was like, I don't know, but if this is wrong, I mean, I don't want to be right. It's so good. So we should put that on the Shell Shock page of like, would you eat this? I thought it was really good. So I don't know.
Good for you.
Sex was amazing. Oh, good grief. Oh my God. Oh, it was just a good night. I feel really good. Had to wake up, had to go get fitted for a tux for my buddy's wedding. That was nice. Again, I'm glad we talked about this. I wasn't aware of this or not. They're supposed to fondle the balls while they're doing the fitting, right?
They pick him up, push him over to the other side.
Yeah, well, at one point he tried doing the desk ball thing where it was like clack, clack, clack against each other. He did that. There was some tongue action involved. He said he just had to clean it to make sure he didn't want to get the suit dirty. He's like, oh no, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely.
There's a little spot on there.
Yeah.
Let me get that for you.
Well, the results just came back. I now have monkeypox, so that's great. That's great. So. Oh man, but you know what though? I am so happy this morning, and it's not from the Delta 8. It's the fact that Demi Lovato has now made it known to the world that she is no longer using they, them pronouns and is going back to she and her.
Oh, my God.
Thank God. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where we'd be without the likes of these just intellectuals, these A-list celebrities leading us into the era of fuckery that we are currently embarked upon, thanks to these progressive fucking morons.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm taking this. I know this. I will never forget where I was the day that I read that article about Demi Lovato changing her pronouns.
On the toilet.
Move over 9/11. Step aside JFK assassination. There's a new pivotal moment in our lives that stepped in, and it's from Debbie Fat Fuck Lovato. Honestly, I liked her better when she was on the drugs. Not even gonna lie about that. Like, get back on the blow, Demi. Like, you're way more. I mean, even the Beatles on LSD, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Yellow Submarine. They were way more talented. And then they sober up, and it's like, oh, you lost the edge. Damn it. I mean, she's an entertainer. I don't give a fuck about her. She doesn't give a fuck about me. I'm never gonna sit here and pretend like we're all just one big, happy, loving family. So anyway, I'm such a prick. Even on the Delta 8, I'm an asshole. That's great.
You just gotta keep it real.
I keeps it real, yo.
You gotta keep it real.
Make them say, nah. Yeah, that's all I got.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
It kind of looks like you're wearing a tuxedo still.
I bought this. I had to go to Men's Warehouse the other day or yesterday. I had to get some.
Make me look like a penguin.
No, I needed to drop off a pair of pants. So I was whatever. I'm not ashamed. I was wearing some suit pants to a tango performance, and I knew better because they're not made to stretch. So I was doing, because I brought 2 pair of pants just in case, because I had a feeling.
You're going to split them?
Oh, I split those motherfuckers right down the middle. I went to go do a little move and my partner looks at me and she didn't know if it was her or me that split. And I felt this waft of air hit me. And I wore underwear just for that reason. Okay. I was like,
do you not normally wear underwear when you're doing that stuff?
Fuck, no, I never wear underwear. You gotta let this shit hang, bro.
I'm nervous that my business will get caught in the zipper.
That's never happened.
Really?
I mean, I'm packing a juicy hog down there too. It's never happened. It's great. I don't know.
That's one of my concerns.
Do you just like zip like wildly? Like you just go crazy with it?
Sometimes, yeah.
No, hell no.
Get out of there.
I chill. I don't go fast just for that very reason. Like make sure the twig and berries are tucked away, and then you zip them up. You get them nice and cozy. You package them in, and you put them down to bed nice and cozy. Read them a little bedtime story sometimes. Absolutely. Hansel and Gretel. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I stopped wearing underwear when I was like 18 in Iraq. Like I'm not even lying, because they gave us the DCUs, the uniforms, and they didn't breathe worth a fuck. So it was so goddamn hot. Like, why am I wearing another layer of underwear? Like, it's just ridiculous. And after that, I never wore underwear again. Just didn't see a reason to. And people were like, "Oh, it impacts your stuff." I was like, no, it doesn't. It's never impacted anything. It feels nice to let your shit hang free. It's great. It's a great feeling. And then half the time over there in Iraq, the reason we did it is like sometimes we blow out the holes in our pants because we didn't have many uniforms, and you got AC ventilation right there. Your shit's just airing out. And it's like, yeah, commando's the way to go. That's it. But yeah, I split the pants during performance or during practice prior to the performance. I brought some other pants just in case, some stretchy pants. They're not as nice. So I was like, yeah, I need to go change. Everybody was like, they were like, yeah, it's fine. So, but I had to go to Men's Warehouse and drop that pair off to get them fixed. And then I have another pair of tango pants I need to get altered. And then I bought a bunch of different shirts. They had a nice little clearance deal going on too. It was like $15 a shirt, and this is one of them. I was like, fuck yeah, I like it. It's nice. Good. It's decent. A little short.
I like collared shirts.
I don't normally wear them, but I feel like I need to expand my fashion sense a little bit, because I mean, jeans and t-shirts and tennis shoes aren't always going to be in style.
Are they not? I don't know. They've been in style for like 60 years.
I love the simplistic lifestyle, but I'm excited to go to Dubai because I want to go over there and do a photo shoot in the desert, and I want to wear just like all white and then recreate Dune and make it woke. Yeah. I want to do this. I want to do like a woke Dune photo shoot.
Actually sounds really cool. Like the going to Dubai.
Yeah. I'm pumped. I was spending some time there during Thanksgiving. I know nothing about the culture. I mean,
I know the city looks badass.
I know Middle Eastern culture to an extent. But people in the chat are like, that shirt looks like it comes with the Bible. You're just jealous. You're just jealous. It does? What? Shut the fuck up. God. Fuck you.
This is this podcast brought to you by Shaun King CBD. We've got some great products that you guys can be a part of. We appreciate all your love and support. John just went over to change his shirt. Oh, there he goes. Looking good.
There, are you happy? You fucking happy, you cocksuckers? You can't let me enjoy one goddamn thing? One fucking thing. I can't even have that. I gotta have to chat busting my balls over everything.
I like Bibles.
Oh my god. So now I'm wearing the plant-based t-shirt from Shell.
No, these t-shirts are super.
It's got a little pot leaf in the background and it says plant-based. It's really good. Yeah. Comfortable shirt. We totally did not script that to happen. Yeah. That was like totally off the cuff. That's why Delta 8's fucking amazing. No, so you can get this from shellshockcbd.com. Love this shirt. We have another one. We just launched these. We have the Have Faith in the Sunrise. We got plant-based with a pot leaf in the background. It's good fun. It's comedy. I love it. So, oh my god. But yeah, dude, I'm just so pumped about Demi Lovato. I'm so excited.
Thank God.
Still a fruitcake, but whatever. Complete nut job. It's just whatever.
I still don't know who she is.
I don't know either. These people are crazy. But so Dubai, like I'm excited about that because it's a big tango convention over there, or a tango workshop. It's one day. and it's international tango community comes together, and there's a lot of different workshops throughout the days. You can go and attend these workshops and learn different moves from different teachers from across the world. And they have a big gala that night where it's like you dress really fancy and you're there dancing tango.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going. Like, I'm going to go do this. Why the hell not? So a few of us in our tango community are all going to go together and then go experience that. And then, yeah, I definitely want to see some of the historic things over there. I want to go visit the desert. I want to go visit all these places.
Do you have to get vaccines before you go?
No. As I sit here and cough my lungs out.
No.
No. Thank God.
No, I'm talking about like when you go. When I went over to Nigeria, you weren't required to, but there's like malaria pills.
The biggest concern I'd have about visiting Nigeria.
No, it's not just. It was more like for malaria. You take malaria pills, all that other shit. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it was like that over there as well.
I don't think so. I mean, from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything about it. I looked it up. No vaccine required. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see it. So, all right. Well, as Josh said, this episode is brought to you by ShellShockCBD.com. The shirt I'm currently wearing. If you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you should check it out. It's like, what, 15, 20, 25 bucks. It's a good t-shirt. I love this thing. Represent the brand. Make people laugh. Make the boomers shit themselves like, weed, pot, oh my God.
That's a gateway drug.
It's a gateway drug. Tell them to take an edible and shut the fuck up. All right. Let's get into the news. Shaun motherfucking King. Talcum X.
This guy.
Black liberals, you got grifted by the likes of white liberals in the BLM, as well as your own black liberals that stole from you. Now you got grifted from this fucking douchebag. The title of the article reads this: BLM activist Shaun King used donor cash to purchase a dog because Shaun King says he can't get a gun. Okay, fair enough. You know how much he spent on this dog? $40,000. This guy dropped $40,000 on a dog because he couldn't get a gun.
He could have paid off someone's college.
He could have hired private fucking security for this.
Yeah.
And he wants to sit there, and I guarantee he's going to make it about the fact that he's black. Martin Luther Cream. Fucking liar. This guy's a liar. And you see his baby pics. This guy, this is what I love about liberals and how they tell me, don't appropriate my culture. This guy literally gets his hair lined up in black fashion style. You know how like a lot of black people have the really fine cut stuff like that. He does his mustache. He is doing just that to come off as if he is black. This kid is not black. He is white. His baby pictures show he is white. This guy is appropriating.
Yeah. I'm looking at pictures right now.
That's fucking ridiculous. This guy is white as fuck.
He's got like... He's a ginger.
Oh my God. Controversial Black Lives Matter activist Shaun King's political PAC used donor cash to purchase $40,000 dog that King used as a family pet, according to a Monday report. King's PAC, Grassroots Law, has handed over the sum and a pair of payments to Potrero Performance Dogs in California since December. The Washington Free Beacon reported the PAC paid Potrero $10,000 in December, followed by a $30,650 payment in February. Days after the second payment, King posted on Facebook about welcoming a new member to the King family, a Mastiff and prize show dog named Mars. Yes, because that screams security when you buy yourself a prize show dog.
This dog already has miles on it.
Apparently,
$40,000. I'd want like a puppy that you would teach it a language.
The post has since been deleted or made private.
Oh.
You gotta love that. You just absolutely love that.
Is this the dog
That's apparently the dog. I've seen the pictures of it. I mean, I'm not impressed. But then again, I'm not a dog kind of guy as far as like knowing what looks good. I just don't care. So I don't know. That's just one of those things to where I don't know. This is the kind of story you spend your time on. Future 3FO on Twitch. Here's the deal, bro. You don't have to watch it. So don't you ever come on my fucking show and ask me stupid questions, okay? This show is about what the fuck I want. Now, you're going to sit down and you're going to shut your fucking mouth and you're going to listen like a good little bitch. You understand? Don't you ever fucking come on here. Okay, he's wanting to be a dick. Okay, bye. Well, you don't have to be here. I just banned you. It's a political show. This is whatever the fuck I want it to be, bitch. You understand me?
This is Coffee Talk.
This is Coffee Talk with John Burke, you fucking douchebag. You're gonna talk about, you should talk about what I want you to. This is the beginning of the show, you stupid fuck. You dumb fuck. Where's your show? Who's watching you? Nobody. Know your place, you little bitch. I always love those armchair quarterbacks. This is what you're talking. You should be talking about what I want you to talk about because I'm so important. Well, here's the deal. Start your own show then, nobody. But nobody wants to listen to you because you're a little bitch.
I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting that this
I think it's very interesting the fact that this guy is using
pretends to
political
be a
funded,
different race and
absolutely
uses BLM funds to go out and buy himself lavish gifts.
And how is that not political? That's 100% political.
Oh,
Shaun
yeah.
King is a political activist. This guy is grifting using political donated money. Get the fuck out of here. That's again, this is why douchebags like that, I fucking hate them. Go play in traffic. Bunch of losers.
What kind of car do you think he drives?
Oh man. This dude, he's rich. I mean, think about it. He's paying $40,000 for a dog. This guy's spending money on like, come on. This guy's fucking loaded off of black money. Black liberals flocked to this dude and donated money, and white liberals especially.
I wonder if anybody could tell us like what he's actually done for the black community. I don't know. I mean, it's
good. That's a good question.
What are your accomplishments? What would you say you do here?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, apparently he also gave the dog up. That's what I saw Amory saying. I don't know. I'll have to look at this one.
He gave the dog up?
Gave the dog up because he said it was too much. I don't know. Let's see.
So it was too...
The posts have been deleted or made private. The grassroots PAC is ostensibly aimed at boosting political campaigns for candidates aligned with King's soft-on-crime mentality. But the organization spent nearly as much on the dog as it has on candidates. Grassroots contributed a total of $56,000 to various political campaigns since 2021, just $16,000 more than it reportedly spent on the animal. Mars's stay with the King family was not long-lived, however, as Protero posted Instagram photos of the dog winning top prize at an American Kennel Club competition in July. Protero explained in an earlier Instagram post that Mars has a little too much energy to be a family dog, so he came back. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I didn't think he was going to have to walk him or anything.
King has faced a slew of controversies over his career as an activist, with even other members of the BLM's Matter movement denouncing him as a fraud. Let's click on this link, see where it goes. This is from DeRay McKinson. This is posted on September 12, 2019, 14-minute read. It says on Shaun King, integrity. A movement is only as strong as its integrity. Part of our collective work is to protect this integrity, even when, or especially when, doing so is uncomfortable or hard. It is in the spirit that I write to address a lapse in integrity within the activism community so glaring that to be silent is to be complicit. We never aim to replicate the power. Okay. Shaun King has followed a uniform pattern over the years. A pattern that has so compelled me to speak up again. This is not the first time I've done so, and I am not alone. Johnetta Elzai and I were a previous public disagreement with Shaun about issues of transparency and ethics that ended in his apology. Shaun also deleted all of his tweets and noted that he would focus on journalism and would not engage in attempted organizing or fundraising. Importantly, he made this commitment to others both publicly and privately. It is clear now that he did not keep those commitments and after a brief hiatus, reemerged and began engaging in the same behaviors that caused the last public conflict. It is important to note that Shaun's journalism has done some good by bringing attention to stories that may have gone underreported or overlooked, but the person who paints your house before he steals your car still has committed theft. This also is not a demand or desire for purity. The mythical status of flawlessness that does not exist. Integrity, on the flip side, means that we model relationships rooted in trust. Okay. Okay, when asked about the repeated organizations and lack of transparency on funding, he was replied noting that failure is not fraud, as if to suggest that questions raised do not warrant serious responses simply because they have not been an effective, or simply because he may not have been an effective leader. But at a point, those who attempt to lead but consistently demonstrate that they cannot effectively lead should stop. We have reached that point with Shaun. I've seen many people against their better judgment defend Shaun. I know because I was one of those people. We are all apt to defend own decision making, especially about people, but for the love of our people must be greater. Okay, this is just what did he fucking do? Transparency? Okay. But I also now realize that shying away from public conflict does not end the conflict. It often just replaces public disagreement with private contempt. It is my hope that Shaun refrains from attempts at organizing and fundraising. Furthermore, he will kept the commitment he made in 2015. Okay, whatever. Somebody just bashed him. Got it. Still, you gotta love the fact $40,000 on a fucking dog, and yeah.
Like,
the thing is, like,
what were you thinking?
There's multiple presses or multiple MSM outlets covering this now. This isn't just a Fox News. It's everywhere. Like, this dude, bro. Imagine if we did fundraising.
Yeah.
And I went out there and I used donor money and I dropped $40,000 on a dog. What do you think the veteran community would say about that?
They call you a fraud.
They'd call me a fucking, and justifiably so.
Yeah.
But because this dude is quote unquote black, we're not going to touch him. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. He's not black.
You know what? Take a DNA test. Mm-hmm. Prove everybody wrong.
It turns out he's 100% that fraud.
Yeah. We've all seen the baby pictures.
It's ridiculous.
There's absolutely no way.
No. This is insanity.
Like, if you want to support the black community and do whatever you want to do,
do your thing,
that's fine. But when you start to, I don't know, lie about, pull at Elizabeth Warren.
Yep.
Then
he knew what he was doing, man. He knew, and the fact that this white
slimy
guy posed as a black dude only proves that there is privilege in being black in America.
Yeah.
It definitely certifies black privilege.
Absolutely.
Minority privilege in general. Yeah. But, well, I don't know how I feel about this one. Woke scandal blows up after Warner Brothers shelves $70 million Batgirl. Minority talent are not pawns.
Oh, God.
This is what I love about the minority community right now. They are just, they love making demands on other people's money. They love this. For those, this is how Hollywood works. But let me first explain the story. A backlash is spreading like wildfire on social media after Warner Bros. Announced it would be shelving the nearly completed Batgirl movie, a production that would have featured DC's first trans character, reportedly refusing to release it in theaters or on HBO Max. Oh, colored me shocked. I don't want to watch a movie with a trans character. Why? This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
As part of its recent merger with Discovery, Warner Brothers announced on Tuesday that the $90 million Batgirl will not be flying into theaters anytime soon and will not be sold to a streaming service. According to Warner Brothers picture spokesperson, the shocking and unprecedented decision stems from the company's strategic shift in the DC universe. The studio also shelved a Scooby-Doo movie. Okay, so for those that don't know that you're not paying attention to the DC universe versus Marvel, DC is getting its ass handed to it. DC has been producing flop after flop after flop. Aquaman was a good hit. I think Wonder Woman, the first one was a good hit.
The first one was good.
And the second one was just garbage.
Like total dog
Horrible.
Shit.
Yeah. And then Man of Steel, they were hit or miss on. But unfortunately, they fucked up Henry Cavill's mustache because he had to film, I think, Mission Impossible, and he had a mustache in that. So they had to CGI it out, and it looked completely unrealistic. They fucked this up so bad.
Yeah.
Like, DC should be ashamed of themselves. So DC's also very leery right now. It's like, okay, what do we release? Like, we gotta have some hard hitters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help, like, their stars are complete fucking lunatics because the Flash, that Ezra Miller, whatever that nut job, like, this guy's apparently grooming children, and he's out there, like, he's on the run right now. Like, the Flash is done. He's never coming back. Thank God, because he was a shitty character. This guy is a nut. Like, if you follow his Instagram, oh my God.
Is he crazy?
Oh, he's nuts. He is nuts. I mean, there's video of this guy putting hands on a woman.
It's not surprising.
No, not at all. And apparently grooming a teenage girl. Like, oh yeah, he's got some shit heading his way. Like, this dude's gonna spend some time in jail. The decision to not release Batgirl reflects on our leadership's strategic shift as it relates to the DC universe and HBO Max, said the spokesperson. Leslie Grace is an incredibly talented actor, and this decision is not a reflection of her performance. We are incredibly grateful to the filmmakers of Batgirl and Scoob, Holiday Haunt, and their respective casts, and we hope to collaborate with everyone again in the near future. Now, here's the thing. People in these comments on Twitter, they're making this out to be as if she got screwed. She got paid.
Yeah.
They all got paid. They're just not going to release the movie. Now, do I agree or disagree? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that whatever they're going to put out with Batgirl is probably not going to do very well. Just a hunch. Because DC has been producing shit. If Marvel released something like this, I could see that probably going to be good because Marvel's got a history of...
I don't know. I don't think all the Marvel movies are good.
I would say overwhelmingly more so than DC.
That Captain Marvel...
Yeah, that was garbage because it was a woke feminist.
It was terrible.
They fucked that one up, yeah.
I mean, just completely... I don't care what the character... I mean, male, female, whatever.
Yeah. When you post that
the storyline,
agenda,
it was so terrible.
Yeah. And that's, again, that's why they're not going to take lessons from I still got to go see Top Gun. I might go see it tonight, actually. They're not going to take lessons from these movies that are staying out of woke, out of this bullshit. They're doing the best. It's just when you interject this woke shit, you're not going to do very good. It's true what Trump said. You go woke, you go broke.
Yeah.
And this is true. Batgirl had originally been designed for an HBO Max release, but the budget reportedly swelled past $90 million due to the coronavirus restrictions during the pandemic. Though it had entered post-production, Warner Brothers decided it was not worthy of a theatrical run. Insiders told The Wrap that the studio heads ultimately believed the film did not work. The new owners and management, led by CEO David Zaslav, are committed to making DC titles big theatrical event films, and Batgirl isn't that. Insiders added the studio brass loves the film's directors and star and are actively planning to work with them soon, noted the outlet. Similar to the release of the Snyder Cut phenomenon that led to the re-release of Justice League, a steady backlash has been brewing online, which has been even more amplified by the fact that Batgirl star Leslie Grace checks a big representative box as a Latina American, and there it is. There it is. It's all about race. It's all about sexuality. Oh, we should release it because she's Latina. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You want to sit there and say these studios should spend more money because she's a minority. Who gives a fuck? You kidding me? Like, if we want to talk about like actual fucking percentages in this country, look at how many black people are in all of these movies now. You have your own fucking network, yet you comprise 13% of the population. You can't use this argument that you're underrepresented. No, yes, I mean, no, you're not. You kidding me? No, you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me running. And that's not like a slight against black people. That's saying that you're inaccurate in your statements of saying we're underrepresented. No, the fuck you're not. I mean, if we really look at it, like, look at Asians. You don't see a lot of Asian people in like, hardly at all. And if they do, they're like comprising in like one role, like the smart math whiz. No, I'm dead serious. You look at a lot of these things out there, it's like they do need more representation in Hollywood, but they're also a very small minority. But at the same token, if we look towards black people versus white, it's like, this is ridiculous.
So they're selling something, right? They're targeting audiences. Yeah. So if a majority of your audience is, white people, when you pitch to the majority of the United States,
you got to know your demographic. Yeah. That's why these studios are going under. It's because white people are tired of this woke bullshit. Yeah. So you want to keep sitting there and pushing these actors based upon their sexuality or their race, and that's it. That's probably why freaking Captain Marvel fucking bombed out. Nobody wants to see a woke feminist. Nobody gives a fuck about you. No. I was like, your shit's garbage anyway. And then when you sit there in your like interview and talk about how like she did the interview and I think she was like it was a tongue-in-cheek shot, something about her like not doing doing her own stunts, or like a woman can do it too, even though it was just dumb. I was like, did you really have to say that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're starting these wars that don't even exist. But that's and then also she's not a very good actress either. So that's all there is to it. So, and of course, all the blue checks on Twitter, all the woke pronoun skyscreamers, the pronoun people are just pissed the fuck off. It's like, oh my God, Leslie Grace was incredible in The Heights Batgirl. Was supposed to be her chance to become a bona fide movie star. WB is taking that away from us, and I will not stand for it. Release the Batgirl movie. I love how they said this, like, you're going to do what I say.
Release the Bat movie.
Yeah, it's not even your money. Hey, here's the deal. If you guys don't like this, go pay for her to make another movie, and then you release it.
Write another movie.
That's Warner Brothers. To do. Yeah, they stop sitting there making demands with other people's money. Go fuck yourself. Shit's ridiculous. Somebody said, regardless of how you feel about the DCEU, the cancellation of Batgirl sucks. Leslie Grace was robbed of her moment. Everyone is evolving. You know how many fucking actors and actresses have this shit happen to them? This is not new. But because it's a minority actress, suddenly we got to get up in arms because this is racism. Shut the fuck up. Sometimes the studio will look at the finished product and say, this is not good. We're not going to waste any more money. Like, you got to cut your losses. Because just because you finish rapping and you've edited it, you still have a shitload more spending that comes into play. And if the studio's like, we don't see this doing very well, after people, like, all the critics are looking at it and, like, you're going to get feedback and like, this isn't very good, don't do it. Yeah. You also damage your brand rep.
It might be a little too transgendery.
Could be. And this is where we're at. Just all these fucking whack jobs up on Twitter. Like, oh my God, I just love trolling on Twitter. That's about it. Twitter is a garbage cesspool of cancer.
It's so terrible.
Sorry, I just can't believe that a film starring Michael Keaton and J.K. Simmons and directed by the people behind Miss Marvel could be bad. I could. I think what happened here was that DC accidentally made a good film and moved quickly to cancel it. Yes, that makes perfect sense. You made a good film and then you're just like, hey, this is really good. We're just not going to release it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. Again, another blue checked Ian Dunt. It should be Ian Cunt. What a fucking moron. Oh my God. And this is what I love. Like people like this, like Kurosawa, I make mad. Another blue check whack job. He says, again, maybe Batgirl sucks, question mark. Kind of doubt it. The cast is terrific. Dude, you don't know. You can have an all-star cast and they don't have a good dynamic. You don't know. These are the same people that are very hypercritical on most movies that are like superhero related. But if it's a minor, all this is it's just woke virtue signaling because it has a minority actress. If this was a white woman, they wouldn't give a fuck. So stop with your virtue signaling. Stop with the pandering. Nobody fucking cares anymore. You do so much screaming like this, people stop listening to you, including myself. It's like, whatever. You guys are fucking weirdos.
I just make fun of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Make fun of the sky screaming pronoun people. Oh my God. Germany. Lockdowns return. Lockdowns return. Health minister agrees new COVID crazy restrictions for the next 6 months.
Do they have an election coming up?
Germany's lockdown, I don't know. Germany's lockdown-loving health minister has reportedly agreed with authorities a package of COVID extremist restrictions to be forced on the population over the next 6 months. Forced masking and the use of COVID passes are back on the table for ordinary Germans after the country's lockdown-loving health minister, Karl Lauterbach, agreed as a host of a new COVID crazy measures with his fellow federal bigwigs. Rumors have been circulating for a while that the EU state would bring back harsh measures. I guarantee the only reason they're doing this is because of what's going on in Russia. I guarantee.
You think so?
Absolutely, because they talked about that before. They said the way to curb the cost of petrol over there is to lock people down. Lock them back down. That way they can't drive. They're not going to be spending as much. This is a way for the government to control the potential inflation. This is a way to combat it. Now, there is an article that just said that Germany's about to fire back up. It's one of their biggest coal burning plants. That's coming back. So they're trying to wean themselves off of Russian energy again. It's like, well, you should have been doing that from the get-go like Trump told you fucking morons. But they're doing this. I honestly feel like they're doing this to lock the people down so that way their economy isn't going to continue or they're not going to continue to hit inflation. I guarantee it.
You know what? I wonder why some of these other European countries don't drill for oil themselves in their own country. You know what I mean?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's the same reason why it's like why the United States has oil. So why wouldn't we, drill here instead of going out?
Because our president's retarded.
Right. So we've seen what happens. So I don't know if has Europe ever like any of these like England or Germany or France or have any of them ever drilled in their own country for oil?
I would imagine so.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. They had to have. Yeah, absolutely.
The
only reason I could see
sounds like you could only get oil from the Middle East and from Russia. Sounds like those are the only two places you can get oil.
I have to look that up. It's a good question. I never really thought about that.
I haven't either.
The only reason I could see them not drilling is to play the long game. When other nations have depleted their natural resources, then we become the monopoly holder. And it's like, okay, well, we have all this oil now. We're going to charge you an arm and a leg for it. I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing I could say.
America has enough oil to last.
Yeah. Well, they said just
100 years, 200 years.
Well, they said just in the state of Texas that we have enough oil to basically take on American interests or American needs for over 50 years. That's just America.
Yeah.
Or Texas. That's not including Alaska.
Right.
It's not including any of those states.
Yeah.
Especially the Bible Belt area. So it's like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that we're just trying to outlast everybody. But also the Middle East has it everywhere. Like, good luck. And again, like we talked about this before, at what cost? You're going to bankrupt your own economy?
Yeah.
For what? Russian? It's just stupid to me. But I'm not an oilologist, Josh, so I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. Oh, before I forget, the PACT Act, folks. The PACT Act passed. Now, next question. The discretionary, not discretionatory, discretionary spending. What happened with that? It went through. That's right. Fuck inflation. Democrats got another $400 billion tacked on.
God, man.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
These guys are just like
total
scumbags.
Let me read for you. Now, the Hunter 7 Foundation, I love these guys. I didn't even know about them until somebody tagged me in one of their posts. And they and I have been talking, and he is tracking. He's also a medical professional, so this guy has a really good description of what's going on right here. And I'm actually going to pull this up for you guys so you can actually see. Now, I want you to keep in mind that I got into it with the first sergeant over at Grunstall, even though he's not a first sergeant, because he basically was talking about, like, well, we've been trying to help this bill. Where have you been? It's like, I didn't even know this bill was a thing until fucking got brought to my attention, but excuse me. You got to love those fucking idiots. They're just always, they're always there. You know, with this guy saying he helped write the bill, it's like, oh, really? Well, then let's just pause a second and take a look-see at what he's also helped write. For the majority, there's a lot of great things in this bill, but there's a lot of bad things in this bill. Now, let's start with the fact that there were 3 amendments that we tried to add to it. They tried to add to it. One was the discretionary spending. That got, no, they're not going to comp. They're going to get it. The second one was, this is from Marsha Blackburn. She actually did a solid for us out there. She said, if the PACT Act, they've already identified causes, bad things the PACT Act could bring about. Number 1 is increased wait times, because now you're targeting a whole nother group of veterans that say now you can come file claims. By the way, this shit doesn't kick in until 2023, 2025 if you're lucky. That's how bad this is. And by the way, a lot of these cancers kill you a lot sooner. So I don't know why the fuck they're waiting. They're saying 2024, 2025 is when you're really actually going to see people being able to start getting these claims rolling, because they have to implement all this shit, because right now they have to fund a lot of research on this. The kicker is the third amendment proposed by Senator Blackburn in light of the wait times and the screening process. Well, let me first start you with the screening process, folks. Now, let me tell you a little story. When I went to the VA originally, and I had to go talk to a therapist after my time in Afghanistan because I was going through a really difficult time. The therapist had said, yes, you are diagnosed, like you genuinely have PTSD, you have depression, all kinds of stuff. And PTSD isn't just one diagnosis. It's multiple various different things that lead to a diagnosis of PTSD. And I was like, yeah, that figures. I mean, it makes sense. It's like, I'm fucking just little to no interest in doing shit, very depressed, all kinds of crazy shit. And so the therapist is like, yeah, you genuinely have PTSD. And she was like, you know, I need to get you a history of your combat experience. Like, yeah, I served for 4.5 years in Iraq and Afghanistan, from the invasion to the Korangal, the Waterpur, like just the hardest fighting areas in the war on terror. And so she's like, no, that makes perfect sense why you have PTSD. You've been exposed to a lot of shit. Well, the VA tried to say it was from prior service related PTSD. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't remember getting in a lot of firefights when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. Like, I don't. So where did that come from? They tried... Like they denied it. They said no PTSD. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're fucking kidding me. But rather than fight it, I was like, you know what? I don't want it on my record, because God forbid they try and take guns based upon mental health. They're going to come after us for that. I was like, okay, don't put it on my record. I was like, that's fine. That's fine. I was like, I just, that's not a battle I'm going to fight.
Sounds like what they're doing is the same thing that insurance companies do, where they don't want to pay you out. So if they have
hold that thought, because you just fucking hit the nail on the head. You just hit the nail on the fucking head. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned her word. This is the screening checklist that I'm going to show you. This is the checklist in the bill for exposure, screening, and history analysis provided by the PACT. What you just said, listen to this, because it ties right into that. Exposure, disease association versus causation. Exposure assessment, individually focused. Consider. This is the first paragraph. If you're watching on the video, I'll have this on my YouTube channel. Exposure assessment, individually focused. Consider the following: childhood, potential sources of environmental exposure, place of residence, parents' occupations, part-time jobs, post and pre-military jobs, hobbies, travel. This is part of the screening process, folks. What I love about this is before you enter into the military and you get sworn in, they already go over this. They've already done a physical on you. They know you don't have cancer. So now they're trying to weasel their fucking, all you've done, Timothy Jensen, good job on helping write this bill, you fucking moron. All you've done is given the VA a way to say, oh, well, you had that prior to us, the same as insurance companies do. This bill ain't gonna do shit. Now, potential contributors to current health issues: childhood illnesses, allergies, asthma, cigarette smoking in household, chronic diseases, injuries. For example, if Josh and I were married for some reason, I want to make a claim that I have cancer brought on by burn pit exposure, and Josh is a smoker and they find that out, they're going to say, oh, you probably got it from secondhand smoke, not a burn pit. They're going to deny your claim. I've seen that shit so many fucking times in the veteran. Any veteran with any experience will tell you this. Military exposures, post-military exposures. They already covered that before you enlist, so I don't know why this shit's in there. All they've done is given themselves a way to deny your claim. Casual analysis, population-based. Hill's criteria of causation. Strength of association. Consistency. Specificity. Temporality. Biological gradient. Plausibility. Coherence. Experimental evidence. Analogy. Here's the other part. You gotta love this. Here's the toxic exposure screening, blah, blah, blah. Ensure history, pre-enlistment, pre-deployment. Ask about location of birth, residencies, environment, schooling, neighborhood, exposures, hobbies, travel. Exposure history during deployment. Stay tuned for that. Exposure history post-deployment. Same issues as in pre-deployment. Again, there isn't a single fucking thing in here that really harps on like where you got it at. It's all just fucking, it's just cop-outs. It's cop-outs. And you got to love this. Let's take it a step further. So with all this being said, this is just a pre-screening that hasn't even gone into effect yet. It won't go into effect until like 2023, 2024. Okay, with that being said, Senator Blackburn, because again, everybody's out there saying how much Democrats love fucking veterans and how bad Republicans hate them. Senator Blackburn comes out there and says, proposed by Blackburn, upon passage of the PACT Act, if it went through, this was an amendment she suggested or put up to a vote, immediate availability of community care services to post 9/11 veterans to prevent, number one, wait times, meaning go get screened now at community or public hospitals. Okay? Second thing, prevents wait times, backlogs, and to allow early screening and testing, and most importantly, freedom to choose cancer care and cancer treatment centers. And guess what? Senator Tester shot it down. They put it to a vote. Nope. They said no. Well, I could have swore, Timothy Jensen, I could have swore these people that you're working with on the left, they just love veterans. So if Senator Blackburn says, hey, you know what? Fair enough. If this does pass, let's get veterans the care they need now. Let them go to private health care. Nope. Democrats said no. Weird. Is Grunstyle going to stand on the steps of the Capitol for that? Because this pre-screening shit, you know how many claims they're going to fucking deny?
All of them.
There's going to be a shitload. There is going to be a shitload.
I have a feeling that there's a lot of people on the payroll that are going to get raises.
Bro. Now, here's the other thing. The good thing about this bill is now it's on the president's desk. I think he's going to sign it into law. Now, we have something there that we can now work with. At least it's there, but it's bad. But it's there. So now we can try and add these amendments. So when we get Republican control again, hopefully we can go back in there and say, hey, we need to fix this shit and make it better. But the fact that this product was introduced to like as it is just shows Democrats didn't give a fuck about veterans. If you did, this would be redone. It's kind of like you offered us a like C-D rated fucking bill. Guarantee if this was for congressional children, it'd be a grade A bill. This is garbage.
Yeah.
This is fucking garbage.
Hey, what do you expect from the government?
Exactly. It doesn't stop there. Doesn't stop there. Let's keep going. We got the checklist. All right. So this is from Hunter 7. And if you're not following him on Instagram, again, we had to talk with him because he's a medical provider. He does all this kind of stuff. He said, what's good about this bill? The VA enrollment extended to 10 years. Okay. Increased funding for research. I'm sure the VA is great at research.
Oh, yeah.
Opportunity to add more presumptives. Removes Gulf War manifestation period. Certain cancers will receive compensation. Certain cancers, by the way. Mental health, RT toxic exposures, jet fuel exposure research. That's just what's good. What is bad? Veterans without deployments to listed nations, but cancers are not covered. VA provided nexus letters. The nexus letter is essentially what they're going to talk about as far as establish a link to a connection with a veteran's disability and their active duty military service. Now, normally it's like a hospital. You go to any privatized hospital, say, hey, I got PTSD from combat yet, or you go to a mental health care provider that's not VA. They can say, oh, yeah, based upon this is where they got it at. The nexus letter is essentially confirming that it's a service-related thing. You can only get that from the VA now through this bill. Go fucking figure. You gave them all the parameters of control. Isn't medicine medicine? Like, if this one doctor says, or this one psychologist says, hey, he's got PTSD from 4.5 years in combat, shouldn't another one? And I know psychology is a very loosely practiced form of mental health because, people disagree based upon their outlooks, their perspectives. I get it. But this is ridiculous. So now the Nexus letter can only be given by the VA. Weird.
Huh.
It doesn't stop there. Chronic respiratory conditions take immediate effect, meaning people that are dealing with these cancers are dying now. They're dealing with this shit now, but now they got to wait until 2024, 2025. Like, get the fuck out of here. So all these meme pages like, hey, it passed. Go file your claims, boy. Dude, you still got to wait. And guess what happens when they say, hey, we're now taking applications? You're going to get slammed with the biggest fucking backlog. You thought the wait times were bad at the VA now? Oh, my God. You're not going to see your shit for fucking years. But Marsha Blackburn comes out there and says, hey, I got a way to fix this. And Democrats said no. So Grunt style, you and your fucking bunch of clout-chasing cronies don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We got the bill passed. They care about veterans. Blah, blah, blah. Ted Cruz failed us. Ted Cruz said we voted no on this because you want to tack on another $400 billion. We have inflation. We don't need that right now. But the likes of Timothy Jensen, the rest of these morons, it's like, well, veterans need their care now. Hey, fuck everybody else in the country, though, right? Fuck everybody else. I'm not saying that we shouldn't go and help veterans, but Jesus Christ, you should at least say, wait a minute, we don't need this added spending. We don't need this for Democrats. And by the way, people say it was a slush fund. It's not a slush fund. It's basically, it still has to go before the Appropriations Committee and spent within a year. But still, Appropriations Committee is comprised of like 36 Democrats and like 22 Republicans. What the fuck do you think they're going to spend it on? Whatever they want. Now, it's supposed to be veteran-related spending, but they can categorize it whatever. It won't be. Exactly.
It's not going to be.
And Timothy Jensen and the rest of them will not answer those questions because I asked him directly and he ducked it from me. He deflected. Go look on Grunt Style Foundation, whatever page. Me and him go back and forth. And I sit there and I pressed, what about the spending? And all he wants to talk about is when I worked with Grunt Style back in 2015, he's like, you couldn't perform and sell T-shirts. Oh, I'm sorry, Timothy. I'm sorry I couldn't sell T-shirts for Grunt Style. I mean, you guys sure did love sucking my dick while I was there, though. You included. Oh, I remember that. I remember all about that. Oh, you kissed my ass. You kissed my ass royally. He's like, what have you done for veterans? Like, oh, here we go. Here we go. That Jaina bitch, same fucking thing. What are you doing for veterans? Like, wow. Like, I've been doing this for years. Like, we've done so much and a lot of shit behind the scenes. And when people get attacked, the first thing they hit back with is like, well, what are you doing for veterans? Like, I'm not playing that game. I'm not going down that road because all you're trying to do is now do a dick measuring contest, which invalidates all. It's the stupidest, most immature shit I've ever seen. Well, let's continue. Certain cancers will not see benefits until 2025, provided you're one of the first people to make the claim. And that way, listen, you get approved. VA to conduct mandated study set to fail. 10-question exposure screening, Q5 years. We just read partial of what it's going to look like. You can already see they're setting the parameters in for you to fail. They're going to deny your shit. 30 new VAMCs in places least needed. SOF deployments, locations not included, Africa, Philippines, etc. Survivors and widows will not see any benefits.
This is they're setting it up for just corruption right out of the gate. So
Bingo.
I bet you'll see cases where people who have already died are filing claims. People are getting money that shouldn't be getting money.
Now, here's the thing. They haven't done any research or a lot of research on this yet, but they've already said these are the cancers that are not included as far as being covered. Breast cancer, leukemia, myeloma, sarcoma, skin except melanoma, and many others. Bro.
You know, you think there'd be a cure for cancer by now, right?
They probably do. And the thing is, there's actually one of those cancers in there that if you go on the 107 Foundation, one of the cancers is literally listed twice in the bill. It's like, so you're clearly like, really? Okay. That's where we're at, folks.
Yeah.
So great job. We got the PACT Act. We got another $400 billion given to the Democrats to go spend on whatever the fuck they want because we know they're going to. And meanwhile, Joe Biden makes a post where he's watching the Senate floor as they pass it. He's like, veterans need this. And everybody in these comments sections are not tracking what's in this fucking bill. You just hear, we expanded veteran health care. No, you threw more fucking money at a problem that just, it's like, oh my God. Oh my
terrible.
God. And this is why the problems don't get fixed. This is why shit does not get fixed in this country. The step one.
They're all
this,
self-serving.
It is.
They're not serving their country.
No, fuck
they're
no,
self-serving.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, but you know.
These people, they don't care about other people.
Oh, fuck no.
They don't.
All the comments in there, it's just these fucking stupid Democrat grifters that are sitting there saying all these stupid things about, you see, Joe Biden does care about veterans. Republicans don't. Oh, my God. Like, really?
And let's stop kidding ourselves like this guy knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He's not controlling his Twitter account. He's not controlling any of his social media.
This guy's out of
We've
it.
seen him speak live on television.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He was just with his wife where he wandered off. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that one. I see where he wanders, like doesn't know which
She's at
direction
a podium and he just like kind of he just walks off. I mean, this guy has no idea what's going on. So let's not pretend like this guy has a grasp on any sort of reality. He doesn't.
I could easily see some. Mr. President, stare at the TV and put your hand up like you're celebrate. Okay, we'll write the caption.
That's it.
I guarantee it's probably you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Because he's like, can you change my diaper now?
Well, that's where we're at. So the PACT. So at least we got something there that we can fucking work on. But yeah. When these stupid fucking idiots sit there and they talk about how much Democrats love veterans. If you loved veterans, really, you would have been in favor of Marsha Blackburn saying, hey, at least we can work on this immediately now to get veterans. Because this would, again, prevent the long wait lines. Mm-hmm. You start your screenings done now. Have all your shit ready to go. So when these claims open up, you hand them a package saying, here, I've been approved through this thing. It's recognized. Nope. They said absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Weird. And they fucking no-goed it. Damn, those Democrats love them some veterans, but except when it comes to actually getting you help now.
No, they love an opportunity to swindle money out of American people.
Ted Cruz is right. This was all an optic. This is all a fucking optic. And the idiots at Grunstyle and these other veteran people, you got played. You got played hard. But they're never, here's the thing. I guarantee you, if you go on Grunstyle's page, the rest of these douchebags, they're chalking this up as a victory. But they're not looking at the fine details. They're just seeing, this is what Democrats, I mean, Republicans do this too. This is what they do. They give you the gist of what you want, but it's in the fine writing that they confuse you. And they put it all in the high grass. And you start actually pulling the grass aside. You start reading the details like, oh, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Dude, you thought like signing military contracts was bad? Fuck me. Like these bills from Congress are even worse. Again, they care so much for veterans.
Yeah, right.
It's all a crock.
It is a big crock of shit.
It's bullshit. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. You just gotta love it, man. And veterans just, you know, we have people out there that just, why on God's green earth would you ever work with the very same people that want to strip away your constitutional rights? I don't get that. I just don't get that. Or at least, maybe not work. I would say, why would you ever trust them enough? You know, why would you ever trust them enough? I don't. And then I love how they talk about how the GOP doesn't care about veterans, and yet a lot of the people that voted against the PACT Act were veterans, veteran representatives, legit service members. I think there was like, I forget how many, I saw the meme about it, and then I looked up these people, like a lot of them were actual veterans that actually served. So I'm like, Timothy Jent's like, really? Cruz and the rest of them failed us that voted against this? It's like, majority of which were veterans, dude. So please explain to me why veterans want to fuck over other veterans. I mean, Grunstyle and the likes absolutely do. I mean, I told him in the comments, I was like, I hope I fucking don't die before you, because God forbid you could probably make a shirt with my name on it and make a lot of money off of me. So that's probably about the only good thing that comes from me working with Grunstyle. And I regret that. I fucking regret working with Grunstyle. That company is straight fucking garbage. Those people are just horrible human beings. Talking about blood profiting, but they go and they jump onto fucking issues like this to try and gain some good PR out there. They're the epitome of bro vets. CNN profits plunge below $1 billion. Ratings tank as Warner Brothers Discovery plans drastic cuts. CNN is reportedly on pace to miss its profitability target by a substantial margin amid a continued crash in ratings, just as the new network, or the network's new parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, is planning to enact drastic cuts across its media properties. Now, I knew things from CNN were bad. I didn't know they were that bad. The left-wing CNN's profitability is expected to decline to $956.8 million this year, marking the first time since 2016 that the network had dipped below $1 billion in profit. according to a New York Times report that cited 3 people familiar with its operations. Don't you just love how socialists out there are talking about what Elon Musk should do with his money? Meanwhile, you got like media things like CNN's like, what are they doing with their money? Or does it not matter? It's only people that actually
paid
are
lawsuits.
self-made.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I wonder what's up with the Rittenhouse deal.
I'm surprised that they're that close to $1 billion in profit.
So am I. Well,
I mean,
hold on.
It's such a garbage network.
Yeah, it dipped below, but I wonder what it was prior to that. It's not saying in the report. Even still, the amount falls woefully short of the network's initial 22. Okay, here it is. The network's the initial 2022 profitability target of 1.1 billion. 2 people familiar with CNN operations told the newspaper. In addition, CNN's ratings continue to sink, dropping to 639,000 people in prime time this quarter, which represents a 27% decrease from a year ago. The network continues to place a distant third behind MSNBC and Fox. Dude, MSNBC's beating you? Jesus.
I know that's
bad.
That is bad.
That is bad.
Like,
oh my God. Good Lord. CNN is on pace to dip below 1 billion in prop. Oh my God.
They're high-fiving over there.
I know, right? We did it. Yeah, you did.
Fuck you, Stelzer.
Oh my God. Stelter doesn't have any friends. Somebody sent me his Instagram profile and I went and looked. He's got like 40,000 followers. I was like, what is this? What is this douchebag post anyway?
I know.
So I look at, he's got like 4 or 5 comments from friends on each post. Like, dude, nobody likes you.
Nobody likes that
guy.
Have any friends. I can't believe that guy's on television. He must give the best blowjobs.
He's got to. I don't
to be able to get that position.
He's a short fall. He's just a piece of shit. Just a fucking. Oh my God. The guy's just a piece of fucking shit. You just look at him, you just want to beat him up. It's like some people you just want to beat their ass.
Yeah, he's such a dipshit.
Mainly because he's a liberal. That's all really. I don't give a fuck that he's fat, short, and bald, but it's because he's an idiot. CNN was one of the first casualties of the Warner Bros. Discovery merger. The highly touted but little watched streaming service lasted a scant month before Discovery executives shut it down. Aww. Aww. They were trying to pair with Fox News because Fox has the digital app.
Yeah.
Now, I don't fucking do that shit, but whatever. But yeah, CNN was trying to do the same thing. It failed miserably.
They just have...
People are abandoning
the
them,
people
man.
there are terrible.
They're horrible.
I mean, Project Veritas did such a great job exposing those people.
Yep.
For what they really are, which are frauds and activists.
I just hope we don't have to ever see James O'Keefe dancing around on a stage like he did at that one event. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah,
that was bad.
I could probably do without that.
That was like that. What do they call that? Where you're dancing with a meaning. Interpretive dance. Yeah. I'm not against people dancing, but that was just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not going to go watch his play or whatever, but
it looked bad. I was like, this is not cool, bro.
His undercover work is top notch.
Yes. Well, yes, it's mixed sometimes because I remember we talked about that before. Sometimes it's a nothing burger. And they have to report something to get their ratings up. I get that. I get that. But at the same token, it's like, no, they have done a lot of fucking good out there as far as bringing these people. But I think we're hitting a time now because even I see this stuff. It's like, oh, we got Twitter exec admitting something. It's like, yeah, we already knew that. Like, everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's just, I guess putting a face behind the things that we all know is going. Yeah. So it's like, so this guy goes to CNN. Yeah. Specifically to talk shit about Donald Trump and make up stories and bring on doctors to make up stories about stuff that they have no idea about. Yeah. So, it's
I agree.
Like, that's what I thought was going on. But
I'm honestly impressed.
Confirmation.
This is impressive to see this stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy to me.
I'm telling you, Elon Musk would have been smarter to buy CNN rather than go after Twitter.
King Kunta in the YouTube says, Biden 2024. Let's keep the good times rolling, gentlemen. It's actually gentlemen, MEN, not MAN. Good times. Love me some inflation. Love me some recession. How's those gas prices working out for you, buddy? What an idiot. He's got to be a troll. Real quick, guys, don't forget to follow my other YouTube page. The link I'm posting in the chat room. I've been deleting all the stuff off the main YouTube page because I've got another strike on the accounts. I got to keep that page clean. We got a new John Ross coming for you very soon. Josh is doing the editing on it, and once it drops, we're also going to have the painting up for sale. Again, all the money is going to be given away to 4 families in need. You can sign up for it. Let me get that link for you. If you want to sign up to be a winner of, I think we got $2,000 we're giving away. Mm-hmm. If you want to sign up to be a winner, to register to be a winner, you can. Where is that? Here we go. You can sign up at this link right here if you want to enter to win. You got 4 chances. 4 chances to win. There's the link right there. Go check it out. We appreciate your love and support. Again, this is, he's trying his best, bro. We need to support Ukraine. Okay, you're a fucking troll. Go play in traffic, you idiot. What a fucking moron. I can't stand with these retards anymore.
His best.
He's trying his best. Yeah, whatever.
Who's he talking about?
I love how this one dude says, will the bread lines be gluten-free?
Is he talking about Joe Biden?
I think it's he's trying his best. Dude, he's almost dead. Shut up. You idiots elected him.
That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
Trying your best. Well,
so
at least
Trump.
he's trying.
Yeah, and fuck Ukraine.
I'm sorry.
Go sign up for the giveaway. Here is the link, ladies and gentlemen. You can go there. If you got a family in need, send them that link. Maybe they can sign up. We're going to pick 4 families. There you go. We're going to give away $500 to each of them. And from moving forward, every single one of these paintings, we're going to raffle it off on the allamericans.com website, and we'll give that money back to the people just to try and help people out. The whole recession brought on by Biden. Doing his best. If that's your best won't do. We're not gonna take. I mean, fuck, dude. You could take a shit in the Oval Office and it would do a better job than Biden because it wouldn't have fucked with anything. It was already on course to do a good job.
Yeah.
All you had to do, Biden,
was nothing.
Not touch anything on the ship because it's going in the right direction, and you fucked it all up. Good job.
No, these guys are total
twats.
Power whores.
Oh my God. Trans cyclist blasts USA Cycling for banning him from competition, revoking medal. Aw, shall we? I'm not even going to read this article. Good, whatever. You're not a woman. I don't care. Paul Pelosi, slurred speech, red eyes, drug in system at time of DUI arrest.
Jeez.
This dude didn't even show up to court. He had his lawyer enter a plea for him.
Oh, yeah.
Of course he's not going to show up. He knows the press will eat him alive. Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, has had slurred speech, red and watery eyes, and a drug in his system at the time of his arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol, according to new documents. Pelosi was involved in a car crash on May 28th around 10 p.m., just 5 miles away from Pelosi's River Run vineyard. Oh,
that guy's 82 years old.
That's right, folks. They have a vineyard. Your political representatives have a vineyard. How awesome is that?
Jesus,
we're here
man.
to serve you. Like, that's just so mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing to me. Our elected representatives have a fucking vineyard.
They're worth, what, probably
millions.
$500,000?
Fucking millions.
Or not half $1 billion.
Yeah, way more than that.
$500 million is what I meant to say.
Oh, my God. Pelosi was driving eastbound down Walnut Drive when he attempted to cross State Route 29 in his 2021 Porsche. His Porsche was struck by a Jeep traveling northbound just before 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, CHP said in a statement. Photos of the junction reportedly show Pelosi would have had driven through a stop sign to get on SR 29. Video of the crash site reportedly shows a busted out fence and down sign. Investigators determined that Pelosi's blood alcohol level was at 0.082%, just above California's limit. Pelosi's 2021 Porsche had major collision damage. Collision after crashing into the victim's 2014 Jeep. According to the 2-count misdemeanor complaint, Pelosi displayed signs of impairment. When officers conducted field sobriety tests, the officer also observed objective signs and symptoms of alcohol intoxication. According to the court document, his eye appeared red, watery. He was unsteady on his feet. His speech was slurred, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his breath, the complaint read. Further, Pelosi allegedly injured the Jeep driver while under the influence of an alcoholic beverage and a drug. Oh, that's going to get sued off his ass. Although the victim opted not to receive medical treatment on the scene, he told investigators he was suffering pain to his upper right arm, right shoulder, and neck just days after the crash. The victim also experienced headaches and had trouble lifting objects. The document said, "Oh, thank God. Yes. Get him. Get him. Get him. Fuck yeah.
Get your checkbook out, Paul.
You're going to be paying out the ass, buddy."
Oh, I need a bacchiotomy. My neck, my back.
The multimillionaire Pelosi allegedly provided officers with his driver's license and an $11.99 foundation card when they asked him for identification. Fox News reported the $11.99 foundation provides emergency benefits and assistance to CHP employees and their families and scholarships to children. Oh, so he was trying to pull a, hey, I support the blue. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
I wonder how many times he said his last name, Pelosi. He's like, yeah, Pelosi. It's Pelosi.
He's about to Pelosi that car the fuck over. Pelosi will not attend his arraignment that is scheduled to happen on Wednesday. Instead, he will likely be represented by his attorney. That's already come out. There you go. This guy's such a douche.
I mean,
this is what Democrats do.
82 years old. How old is she? Like 80?
They're up there. They're up there.
I mean, a combined age of over 160 years old.
These people are.
You think maybe hang it up?
These people are fucking boomers, man. Biden's DHS defends plan to give IDs to illegal aliens before released into the U.S. Is there another country that does this?
No.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there's another political party that does it either besides the Democrats.
Liberals are the cancer to America. Liberals are the cancer to the fucking world. You see the drag queen performance in the churches now?
Yeah.
I posted on my Instagram yesterday. If you want to go look at this, warning, not for the weak or faint of heart. I'm telling you that right now.
What church is that?
I have no idea. It looks like a Catholic one. It's huge.
I don't know.
They are having, and this fucking weirdo on Twitter, I tweeted this out about this, like, what's wrong with that? It's like, are you fucking retarded? Mm-hmm. Like, you degenerates. Like, dude, I'm all for a stateside fucking crusade. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Put on the full armor of God and let's go to town on these fucking degenerates. You kidding me? A drag show in a church and you're saying, what's wrong with that? You fucking heathens, man. You heathens. Oh my God. Like I
have to know like what church it is because clearly it's not a practicing Christian church.
Go, no, excuse
or
me.
Or Muslim church for that matter either.
Somebody made a good point. They said, go try that in a fucking mosque and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
The Muslims got it right. Muslims got it right.
Why don't they? We all know why they don't go after Muslim.
Oh, because Islamophobic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Muslims will fucking kill them.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
that
Christians
Charlie Hebdo cartoon contest that.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I mean, anytime anybody says anything about the Muslim population, it's.
By the way, I think I was wrong on the Catholic Church thing, but it was a big fucking church.
Yeah, I saw it. It looked like a Catholic
I'm sorry,
church.
Catholic. They're too busy diddling little boys. But anyway, we'll go back to that later. Anywho,
I saw the church. No, it had the stained glass windows.
So it was a Catholic church?
No, I mean it looked like it.
It looked like it.
I could see where maybe at one point in time it may have been. But you have these other churches that like I think they're called unity churches.
I didn't know that. But if you Google drag queen in churches, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot of churches that are doing this. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow. No wonder organized religion's failing. People don't want to do it. They don't want to see it anymore. These organized, these woke agendas.
Well, I don't think that's not a Christian church.
Fuck no.
No. Obviously it's not a Christian church. So there's these group, they get together, they want to have like these spiritual encounters, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I've never been to one, but I know there's one down in Oaklawn. Is it Oaklawn? Maybe it's somewhere in that area.
I'm not
trying
sure
to think of like
about.
Where it is because I used to live down. I think it's a Lower Greenville around that area, but it's a Unity church.
When was this?
I don't know if it's still there or not, but it's like all is welcome. You could tell it's a church for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what they.
I love
preach.
these churches that are like pro-LGBT churches. You do realize that in the Bible it condemns homosexuality.
Right.
Oh no, it doesn't. That was the Old Testament. I'm pretty sure they didn't change that. Pretty sure.
And I wouldn't kick anybody out of a church for being gay or whatever. It's it's not my place to judge anybody.
Well, I feel like
for
a
what
church,
they do,
but I think they're not going to preach. Like if you look at Joel Osteen, that guy preaches no doctrine, none.
Yeah, he's a prosperity preacher.
Yeah, exactly. Like he is a feel good preacher that's gonna. It's basically like a Gary Vaynerchuk, but for church.
Yeah,
he just doesn't say fuck. Okay, a lot. Imagine, at least not in front of people.
Yeah, it probably does.
You're gonna have the greatest day of your life. You're gonna be just showered in God's blessings. The fuck's this broke motherfucker want to be?
Linda, give me a
pray
fucking
for
drink.
you. I'm gonna pray for you, and you're gonna have yourself a good time. We're gonna lay hands on you and your wallet back there. Just Grace Church, the church in New York that had the drag. Okay, thank you for that. Grace Church. It's a beautiful church. Yeah. And you see this, and it's just like, what the fuck? Then they had drag queens reading the Bible and offering prayer. It's like,
did they really?
Yes. Oh, yes.
No, well, that's an abomination.
100%. It's like, I'm a demon, and I'm going to pray for you. Yeah. You want to talk about wolves in sheep's clothing? That's it right there.
Yeah.
This is a prophecy coming to pass, and people say, the people that don't believe it don't even believe in God anyway. So it's like, don't even take what they say to heart. But it's like, wow, like this shit's just insane. I'm like, yeah. That's my challenge to the drag community. Go do this in a mosque. Go do it in a mosque.
So we get,
because after all, if you love Islam so much and Islam is such a peaceful religion, go do it in a mosque. That's my challenge to the drag community. If you believe that Islam is all about equality and all about friggin' women's rights and homosexual rights and all that shit, go do it in a mosque. Because they know if they try that, the Muslims are going to drag you out and slit your fucking throat. And the other thing is, they're not going to give a fuck if you condemn them for being anti-LGBT. Oh. Why is nobody saying that?
I know.
Why is nobody going after the Muslims? Muslims are like, fuck no, we throw your kind off of fucking buildings in the Middle East. But, you know, again, the feminists and the LGBT fucking alphabet mafia, like, we're just not going to talk about them. We'll just go after the heterosexual white Christians. Hey, bro, let's bring back the Holy Crusades and let's see how much you're afraid of Christians at that point.
Yeah.
You know, oh my God. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I'm mind blown by this. Mind blown. Because when I saw, I didn't know they were doing this. I did not know they were doing this. And I see the video. It was originally posted by Breitbart and I reshared it. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Just sitting there. And this one dude, he's like, I am a queen, and does his hair. And then he wants to read from the Bible. I'm like, this is literally like, dude, this is exactly what Satan wants. This is exactly, that's why I told him.
Let me read this chapter from Leviticus.
I tweeted out on Twitter, it's like, reject progressivism, embrace traditionalism. It's true, it works. Reject degeneracy. This shit is an abomination. And to sit there and have people defend this. Well, why can't you perform drag in front of a children? What's wrong with that? You need to be shot. You should have a bullet in your fucking head. You kidding me? It's all about sex.
Did you see this?
It's a man pretending to be a woman. And by the way, the other thing is, and I've had this criticism for drag queens for a long time, make it accurate. Trans people are way more accurate than you are. Fuck, you're like bouffant hair and your fucking Daisy or your Fannie Mae fucking makeup. Like, what the fuck? At least make it believable, but your shit's just so outlandish. Like, this is just ridiculous. Because I remember I dated this one girl. She's like, I'm going to go to a drag show. You come. It's very entertaining. I was like, no, thanks. She's like, well, you don't support it? It's like, no, not really. I was like, I think they're a bunch of fucking whack jobs. I don't understand why a man would want to dress up like a woman. That just doesn't understand. I don't get that. I just don't. Mm-hmm. Much less you want to chop your dick off and become a woman. And you're not. You're really not. So, I don't know. And everybody's like, oh, it's just such great entertainment. So are the movies. I prefer to go there.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there and go and watch a dude strut around and then lip sync. Maybe that's where like TikTok originated from. Because all they do is lip sync. They don't actually sing. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't agree with transgenderism. I don't agree with drag queens. And I believe that it's your right to do whatever you want. But again, we've already seen the moral fibers of our society become very quickly unraveled from this kind of shit right here. Because now it's no longer about, hey, accept us and live in peace and equality. Now it's about we're gonna shove the shit in your face. And now we're including children.
Yeah.
When they went after the children, they went wrong.
That's too far.
They went way fucking wrong.
And again, I don't care what you do with however you want to dress up, leave your house, any of that shit.
Exactly. But don't sit there and expect me to sit there and praise you for it. Oh, you're such a hero. No, you're fucking weird to me. I'm not even going to lie about that. You're fucking weird. President Joe Biden's part. Oh, we read this. Yeah, IDs for legal immigrants. Yep. Exclusive. Log cabin Republicans press. Leftists reject personal responsibility in monkeypox prevention for gay men. Charles Morin, president of Log Cabin Republicans, LCR, told Breitbart News how big gay organizations refuse to criticize the Biden administration's past and ongoing failures in responding to the monkeypox outbreak, while noting the vast majority of Americans infected with the virus are gay men.
Yeah.
There are so many different ways you can take this. That's what she said, or that's what he said. Monkeypox for everybody. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mr. Garrison. What is it, Mr. Slave? Dude, I love South Park. I love South Park, dude. I need to start watching that again because I'm pretty sure they're going to have a field day with this shit because they don't pull any punches.
I know. They're pretty good.
Morin recalled a statement issued by LCR addressing Biden's monkeypox vaccine failures. Our organization came out a couple of weeks ago and issued that press release because we saw that this could potentially be harmful, Moran remarked on SiriusXM's Breitbart News Sunday with host Joel Pollack. Moran observed how certain organizations ostensibly dedicated to the welfare of the LGBT persons are de facto partisan subsidiaries of the Democratic Party. He said, somebody needed to say something because we knew the mainstream media was not going to, and we knew the big gay organizations weren't going to say anything because they're beholden to the Democratic Party. So we said something, and that's our role. We condemned the Biden. You've got Republicans stepping in and doing Democrat jobs. Dude, this is such a great political optic. It's like, hey, we're log house Republicans, but what the fuck's the Biden administration do about these gay vaccines for the gay people spreading the monkeypox? And the gay people on the left are like, we should say something, but we can't because we suck the DNC's dick.
We can't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Well, the problem with this now is, okay, so it's 90% gay men.
Oh, it's like almost 98%.
So and then what happens is you have bisexuals going in there and then participating. Then bisexuals go out and have sex with men and women, and so that's how it starts spreading. So
Exactly.
That's kind of where we're.
That's why it scares me. It's like this shit needs, like, why aren't you locking them down? Lock them down.
But that comes down to personal responsibility too.
Absolutely. I just love how they're not going to lock them down, though.
No, they're not going to say anything to them.
Fuck no,
they're
not.
They could easily be shamed into just staying at home.
Oh, they tried doing that to us, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not vaxxed, you're not meth, stay home, save a life.
Yeah, I
hey,
guarantee
gay
it.
people do the same thing.
They would be, if you shamed them, they would stay home.
Oh, fuck no.
They would bury their heads and.
Oh, no, I don't think they would.
Oh,
I think they would
100%.
double down out of spite. I believe that. When enough people died, then, or when enough people get it, then people will start shaming them.
It's not a lethal thing.
But I still don't want it.
No, nobody.
Yeah.
Hell no. I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah.
It looks pretty disgusting.
It doesn't look good at all.
No.
It's
not a good look. Not a good look at all.
Not look good at all.
But yeah, if they got shamed, if they just, if more people came out and said, hey,
stop fucking each other in the ass. What are you doing? Stop fucking each other in the ass, you perverts.
Stop peeing on that guy. What are you doing?
Get his dick out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Go home. Put on a mask. Vaccinate yourself.
Stop throwing your poo on that lady. It's disgusting.
You fucking weirdos.
Yeah, monkeypox all
Stop
over
having
the
the
place.
gay orgies. They took our jobs. It's like that scene out of South Park. They all fuck each other in this big gay orgy pile.
Yeah.
They took our jobs. They gave me the monkeypox. You know what, Bill? If we fuck each other, they're not going to reproduce any more gay boys. That's right, Ted. Let's do it. They fucked our monkeypox up. Good Lord. Good Lord.
But hopefully it'll just stay in California. We'll see.
Dude, we'll see. Manchin Schumer spending bill could eliminate 30,000 jobs, new analysis shows. Democrats' newest spending bill could reduce workers' wages analysis. Democrats are selling their newest social spending bill. Oh, my God. For the ailing economy as it confronts crippling inflation, but a new analysis shows the legislation could actually cost tens of thousands of Americans their jobs. Findings from the Tax Foundation, a nonpartisan group that advocates for lower taxes, show the initiative could eliminate roughly 30,000 full-time positions from the U.S. economy. It could also reduce average after-tax incomes for taxpayers across every income bracket over the long term. By reducing long-run economic growth, this bill may actually worsen inflation by constraining the productive capacity of the economy, the analysis said. The initiative, repackaged by Democrats as the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, would raise an estimated $739 billion over the next decade by increasing IRS funding, establishing a 15% minimum corporate tax targeting companies' book income, allowing Medicare to negotiate prescription drug costs, and closing a popular tax loophole used by private equity and hedge fund managers. I want to focus on that real quick. The increasing IRS funding and establishing a 15% minimum corporate tax targeting companies' book income. I'm just at a loss. You want to fund the IRS even more? Because what they're going to try and do is get the IRS to go, it's like funding the tax man to do more work. Let's get more people on staff to get more money back from the people that you're already bleeding to death.
Yeah.
Jesus. A 15% minimum corporate tax? We already pay enough in taxes. So Biden,
a
like
record
you said,
number of taxes was collected in the first quarter of this year, and they blew through. It was like over $4 trillion that they collected in taxes.
Jesus, dude.
The most ever.
This is ridiculous.
And they completely screwed us on this deal.
Revenue raised by the policies would go towards incentives designed to combat climate. I'm so fucking sick of this. They will make us go broke to push this stupid fucking green agenda from the likes of retards like AOC and the rest of these fucking morons. Meanwhile, you've got poor people over here starving, can't even fucking pay their bills because of inflation's going down, and you care more about fucking going green? I love how Democrats want to sit there and say they care about the little guy, but in the meantime, the little guy can starve to death while they're sitting there walking or jetting off in their fucking private jets, leaving these massive carbon footprints and doing all this pollution, and yet all their policies, they're bankrupting America.
It's purposeful. You can't
Go to initiatives for climate change and to curb pharmaceutical prices, as well as efforts to reduce the nation's $30 trillion debt. It includes about $433 billion in new spending, while roughly $300 billion of the new revenue raised would go towards paying down the nation's deficit. Deficit created by the likes of these government idiots that you and I have to foot the bill on.
Yeah, no matter
They're
how
gonna
much
raise
money,
taxes.
no matter
Oh
how much
my
they collect,
God.
it'll never be enough. Look,
Fuck no.
the lottery winner who just won $1.28 billion.
How much is the IRS getting?
He's going to get, or whoever it is going to get $433,700,000.
Jesus Christ.
So
why does the government get any of that?
It took more than half of the win. Yeah, like people win the lottery all the time,
And the government
right?
gets, oh my
yeah,
God.
lottery.
The government is basically,
takes that money.
that's like a casino. The government is the house.
All the
You
time.
won, but the house is going to get its fucking pound of flesh.
They win every time.
Fuck this government, man.
They win
Fuck
every
thi-
single-
Oh my God.
How pissed would you? I
I'd
mean,
be
still,
fucking-
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
you
you're
spend
set
like
for life, yeah.
$20 on a lottery ticket, you get
Yeah.
$430 million, but still,
But how much good could we do by investing that back into fucking the economy? Not the government.
they're getting over $600 million
Of taxpayer money.
for doing nothing.
For doing nothing.
For just being there.
Exactly. That's how fucked up
That's
this
it.
government. Oh my God. I'm so ready for a fucking revolution. I really am. I fucking hate this government. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
It's, I mean,
Oh my God.
when are more people going to start waking up to this sham?
By us, by you, the listener, spreading the podcast.
I'm telling you, like,
Get our words out there,
there
folks.
has to be so many people out there. Like all 330 million people in
That's
the
why
United
we do
States
this.
need to get out and vote.
That's why we do this. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, come November, we're gonna push it hard here. That's what he said. Monkeypox for everybody. No, we're gonna hammer down. Like, and we've already said, Josh and I talked. Come voting, Shell Shock employees, all of us. Day, go vote, and then come back into work. You get paid for it. Go vote.
Have to.
You have to, folks. You've
gotta
got to
vote.
get involved. Do not sit there and listen to the psyop being,
Especially here
perpetuated by the left
in
saying-
Texas,
No,
when you have all
absolutely.
these Californians moving here.
Yeah,
I
fuck
mean,
those
you hope
nerds.
that they're, share your political views and don't want to keep voting for the same
Oh, they do.
bull crap.
They love them some O'Rourke. This guy's a fucking whack job. I really feel, honestly, I don't know. I just feel that Texas is really going to go hardcore red now because they see what Beto O'Rourke's all about. They see what Democrats are all about. They see the massive
hope so.
illegal immigration. They see all the shit that's going down. Like, you know what? We've had enough. We've had enough.
Yeah.
We'll see. This is the action the American people have been waiting for. This addresses the problems of today: high healthcare costs and overall inflation, as well as investments in our energy security and future, Biden said on July 27th in a statement. The Tax Foundation analysis shows the spending bill could generate about $656 billion over the next decade before accounting the expanded tax credits for individuals and businesses. When factoring those in, the measure could add about $304 billion to the nation's coffers from 2022 to 2031. Despite that, the legislation would have little impact on the broader economy, increasing household income by just 0.05% over the next decade. The measure would also reduce the capital stock by about 0.3% and trim wages to close to 0.1%. The most damaging tax provision included in the bill is the 15% minimum tax on the book income, according to Tax Foundation analysis. That levy will reduce GDP, the broadest measures of good, and this is true. You hit us with another 15% tax. What does that mean? We're paying more to the government, less that we can invest into the companies, less employees we can hire, less we can expand. Therefore, you're damaging local GDP. This doesn't make any fucking sense, but the government wants to get theirs, folks, because the government knows what's best. That levy would reduce the GDP by the broadest measures of goods and services produced in the nation by 0.3% and cause wages to decline by 0.1%. The tax increase on corporations would cost the economy roughly 23,000 jobs. It remains unclear whether the legislation will ultimately become law, with Democrats deeply divided over the different tax proposals in the measure. Senator Kristen Sinema, Arizona, is a crucial vote in the 50-50 Senate, and in the past declined to support ending the break for carried interests. A spokesperson for Sinema has said she is still reading the legislation, has not yet made a decision on whether to support it. I think Manchin does, though. Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Got a picture of Manchin on that.
Yep.
Man, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that guy's a Democrat.
Oh, absolutely.
And
They
I
both
think
are.
why he didn't support it in the beginning is because there wasn't a big enough deal for him. And
I don't know.
I think that's how these guys make their decisions. It's not based on whether
it's mind.
It hurts the country or helps the country.
Yeah.
They're all about themselves and how much money they can get.
Well, last but most certainly not least, you want to talk about like spin-offs and sequels and prequels and shit like that. I saw this and I just wanted to bring this up. Rocky. We all grew up on Rocky. Rocky was the epitome of the American dream. Like the underdog, he trains, he puts his heart into it, and he wins. He makes it. He gives us that hope, you know? Mm-hmm. And they made like 5 more of these shit movies. Like, fuck.
He did it 12 more times.
12 more times. He came back from almost losing to win. No. I think Rocky was done after fucking Tommy Gunn. I think that was Rocky 5. Rocky 1
I'd have stopped after 4.
Rocky 2 was an Apollo rematch. Rocky 3 was Mr. T. Rocky 4 was Drago. Rocky 5 was Tommy Gunn. Yeah. And that's when they should have stopped. I thought Tommy Gunn was good because I think Rocky, that one showcased how the corporate side of the house to where you can lose everything because it's all about fucking businesses and shit like that. It was okay. Yeah.
It's probably the worst one.
I'll give you, yes, I agree. It was definitely the worst one. I think Drago was by far the best. I thought him versus Russia was the best. Now, speaking of Drago, Land's spinoff, looking at Hollywood reboots and recasting and more. A Drago spinoff is in the works, but Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, is furious about it. You serious? Okay, I have some qualms with this. Number one, I don't want this. Let it go. Let the series be. You not only just resurrected the horse, you beat him to death again. Creed sucked. No.
I didn't care for any of them either.
I didn't like any of them.
No.
They were even with Rocky in them, they were not good.
I just couldn't get through them.
Because you sit there and you're just kind of like, and there was even another Rocky, I forget which one it was, where Adrian's dead. It's like, no. Right. Like, no, we don't want to see this. Let them live on in infamy. Like, just let it go.
They killed her.
They fucking,
it was like super depressing.
It was. It was very depressing. Sucks. So apparently they're going to, they love just beating the shit out of these fucking dead horses. When Hollywood gets something right, it tends to do it again. They're right here. We've seen many successful revivals and reboots, including Doctor Who, Gilmore Girls. Wait, they revived Gilmore Girls? I didn't know that.
I have no idea what that is.
I used to watch Gilmore Girls a long time ago with my first wife. Like, we loved Gilmore Girls. I know. It was a very family-oriented show. I didn't know they rebooted it. And Veronica Mars, never watched that. But getting a reboot requires a careful balance. Brand experts, told Fox News Digital why studios like to revisit familiar stories and characters. Stray too far from the original, and you risk angering or alienating legions of devoted fans. Or, my idea, you just don't fuck with it at all, and you just come up with something different. Mm-hmm. That's just me. Jurassic World has been one such success, literally and figuratively, creating a media franchise of epic proportions. Neerman continued, yes, they did. But the third one was garbage. Ladies and gentlemen, the most recent Jurassic World, don't go see it. It's not worth your money. The first two, they did pretty good. The third one, they completely fucked it up because there was nothing original about it. Nothing.
I don't think I've seen the second
Chris Pratt one?
Recent one. Oh, okay. Chris Pratt was in both of them, right?
He's been in all of them, yeah.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good.
I was excited. I was excited to see this third one because they brought back Sam Neill. They brought back the original, the OG. Jeff Goldblum's in there, and they did a great job. But the writing was garbage. Yeah. And the premise of the movie, the plot, it was the same shit over. Oh, look, a lot of dinosaurs escaped. Now we're escaping the islands. Like, oh, where have we seen this a million fucking times? Like,
nobody
come on.
thought it could happen.
And
18 then, more times.
The final scenes between two big dinosaurs fighting it out while everybody runs away. It's like, oh my fuck. You literally saw this in the first Jurassic World. What the fuck? So it's like, dude, just let it go. So Jurassic World has been one such success, literally and figuratively creating a media franchise of epic proportions. Neerman continued. Top Gun Maverick has thrilled audiences with groundbreaking footage and aerial stunts, while also packing in numerous storyline and visual references to the original. So get ready to get nostalgic. Here's a look at what's in the works in Hollywood. A Drago spinoff is controversial, and Rocky creator and star Sylvester Stallone has made it clear he is not happy about it. Dolph Lundgren, this is the guy who plays Drago, is set to star in the role he made famous in the late 1980s, but it's technically still in development. Lundgren says there is no approved script, no deals in place, and no director attached to the project. I was personally under the impression that my friend Sly Stallone was involved as a producer or even as an actor, he clarified. Lundgren claimed the recent news was a press leak, although the series has been previously discussed by the actor and others. By the way, I think there's some talk about doing a whole spin-off of Drago with MGM. So you may get more of that, Lundgren told The Hollywood Reporter in 2021. What do you do a spin-off for? How he was wrong back then, and now I have come to repent my ways. If he dies, I bring him back to life and beat him to death again. Nobody fucking cares. Like, just let it go. Like, you had a great story. Let it go. It'd be like adding more Lord of the Rings books. Stop.
Yeah.
You've got it, man. You fucking nailed it. No more Harry Potters. You close the chapter. Let it go. That's it. The same with Rambo. But no, Stallone had to keep adding that shit, and it looked horrible.
Oh, so bad.
It was horrible. Rambo 1, 2, and 3, that was it. The holy trifecta. You're good, bro. Now this other shit? No, come on. Writer Robert Lawson also spoke to Variety about the series after news was announced it was attached to the project. He said, I'm incredibly humbled and grateful for this opportunity, and I'm approaching it as an enormous fan of the Rocky franchise who happens to be a screenwriter, Lawton told the outlet. Stallone took to Instagram over the weekend expressing his frustration with the expansion project, and he says, once again, Irwin Winkler, this pathetic 94-year-old producer, and his moronic vulture children, Charles and David, are once again picking clean the bones of another wonderful character I created without even telling me, he wrote. I apologize to the fans. I never wanted Rocky characters to be exploited by these parasites, Stallone added. Dude, you exploited them. You kept fucking, oh my gosh, you kept like, let Rocky die. You kept bringing him back to life. Hey, you know, I didn't hear no bell. Rocky, you can't even hear. What did you say about Apollo? It's like, Apollo's dead, Rocky. Let it go. We're going to make 2 more films. Oh my God, bro. Just let it fucking go. You're rich enough. But I didn't know this. There's apparently some other reboots coming that I don't know how I feel about these. Paramount confirmed in July that there will be a 10-episode reboot of Criminal Minds. Never watched it. Don't know anything about it. The project will include key actors from the original series, including Joe Mantegna. I met him, actually, at an event. He seemed really cool. Loves veterans. Chris, I don't know why I say that. Like, there's anybody that actually, that's prominent that even hates veterans. It's got Democrats. So whatever.
Huge.
For 15 seasons, Criminal Minds is at the forefront of cutting-edge scripted drama as it was explored the psychology behind crime thrillingly. Nicole Clemens, president of Paramount Original Scripted Series, said in a statement. Fatal Attraction. Paramount is revisiting a psychosexual thriller film, Fatal Attraction, in a television series format. Lizzie Kaplan and Joshua Jackson will be joined by Amanda Peet. The series will showcase a modern take on the themes of marriage and infidelity, according to I was going to say the Dateline. I was like, that's not really where I was going to go with that, but Deadline, my bad. Hocus Pocus. I think it's going to bomb. Actually, you know, it probably won't. If Bette Midler shuts the fuck up, it'll do good.
It'll bomb.
You think it'll bomb?
That's my prediction. You know what?
I'm not going to go see it.
You know what I would get behind is a Grown Ups 3 movie. I'm a massive Adam Sandler fan.
I think Adam Sandler is he's a good dude.
He can do no wrong.
Yeah.
I'd like to see another, maybe another Happy Gilmore.
Oh, stop. Would you fucking stop? You're just feeding the beast at this point. No, let it go. Hocus Pocus, I'm probably not going to watch it because Bette Midler won't shut her fucking cunt mouth up, and she's just a royal bitch.
No, I can't
royal
support
bitch.
any of those people.
Fuck no. Fans will get to see Bette Midler, 76, Sarah Jessica Parker, 57, and Kathy Najimy, 65, reprise their roles as the trio of witches made famous in the 1993 comedy Hocus Pocus. The witches have returned to Salem and are on the hunt for children after someone lit the black flame candle once again. It's been 29 years since someone lit the black flame candle and resurrected the 17th century sisters, and they are looking for revenge, according to the film's description. Now it's up to 3 high school students to stop the ravenous witches from wreaking a new kind of havoc on Salem before dawn of All Hallows Eve. And what you want to bet those 3 children are comprised of a minority, a white kid, and probably a trans kid. Guaranteed. And I like how they say on the hunt for children. I bet you are.
What did you think of the
I bet you are.
The Jumanji reboots? I thought they were pretty good. I liked them.
Honestly, okay, look, I do like The Rock, but he's not a good actor.
No,
he's not.
He's not.
But
Kevin Hart's funny.
Kevin Hart and The Rock are like Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Like, you love them for their comedy dynamic, but they're not great actors. But I do think that I would watch a movie of theirs. It's not something I'm going to go spend good money on. It's like, if it's streaming, I'll probably rent it for like $4. That's fair enough. Yeah.
That's every movie for me now.
But Jumanji, I thought it was an interesting take on it, but you're not going to beat the Robin Williams version. I thought that the original one was great.
No, it was. Yeah. But I thought they did a good job, like with the storyline.
I did, yeah.
Even the
Jonas Brother was in there too. I was surprised from that. He was the pilot.
That was good.
I thought it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But again, when you put something in a series, a franchise series like that, you have to rate it against the original.
Right.
Rate it against Robin Williams's? No, doesn't compare.
No.
Doesn't compare.
It's different.
In its own right.
But not terrible.
I agree. It wasn't horrible.
I mean, if you're taking some of our Delta 8 and it happens to be about 11:30 at night and you're scrolling through and you see it jump up there, you're like, you know what? It's pretty funny. I like Kevin Hart. He's a pretty funny guy. It's that or what's the one with him and Will Ferrell? Where Will Ferrell has to go to jail.
Oh, I never saw that one. Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I never saw that one.
Yeah. That's a pretty good duo, though.
I thought Robin Williams was an amazing. Number one, he was an amazing comedian, but the thing that I felt like he didn't get enough credit for, he was actually a very good actor. What Dreams May Come was a really fucking depressing movie, but he did great.
Yeah, his depressing movies were just God. What was the? Get Hard was what it's called.
The other one, oh God, Insomnia with Pacino. He did good on that one. He played a serial killer, I believe. Pacino was the cop up in Alaska. There's a few ones that Robin Williams was just amazing in. Like you would never know this guy was a comedian. He was just that good. And the guy kills himself because of depression. Like you never would have known. You never would have fucking known. But there's some other things here that I did not know about that they're rebooting. That I was kind of like, wait, what? Yellowstone is getting a spinoff, this time in the form of a prequel. Titled 1923, it will follow the next two generations of the Dutton family and events that occur after the original Yellowstone prequel, 1883.
Is that picture of Kevin Costner wearing that I Stand Behind Liz Cheney?
Yes,
is Kevin
that
real?
It is. He is Kevin Costner and other... here's the thing. This is how crazy our politics are getting. Liz Cheney is recruiting high-profile leftist celebrities to campaign for her. Why is that, folks? Why is that? Because she's a fucking rhino.
Yeah.
When you've got Democrat celebrities campaigning for you, you're not a Republican anymore. No. You're not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not a Kevin Costner fan either, though. I think he's a terrible actor.
He is okay.
I think he plays the same part.
There you go.
In every single movie.
I agree.
Going all the way back to Dances with Wolves.
I thought Dances with Wolves was probably one of his best, if not his best, as Dances with, or Field of Dreams. I'll give him on that.
Field of Dreams was okay.
It was good,
but
you're right. He does play the same role.
Same monotone voice.
The same with The Rock. The same with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, The Rock's the same.
Yeah. And I like versatile actors. I like people that can play, again, like we talk about Heath Ledger, amazing versatile actor. Another one is Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson, he has some diverse roles.
Fuck that guy. I'm not a big Jack Nicholson fan.
Why is that? I feel like there's a story behind this.
Oh, he's just a dickhead.
Oh, okay. Did you meet him?
No.
Oh, okay.
He just comes across his politics mostly.
Let me guess. Die-hard liberal.
They all are.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know anything about the guy. So
I'm like Robert De Niro.
Yeah, you know what I love about like 1883? It
big
starred
mouth, tough guy.
No, yeah, that guy let the punch that little fucker in the face.
I know.
The prequel 1883 starred Faith Hill and her husband Tim McGraw. And number one, neither of them can act for fuck, and both of them are anti-gun. So it's like, get the fuck out of here. And it also stars Sam Elliott. And I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. No. I'm not. I'm not. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing these fucking liberals sitting there going after guns and then using guns in your movies. Like, no, stop it.
No.
You can't be against something and then glorify it in your fucking films to make money, you goddamn cop-outs. That's all you are. It blows my mind. It blows my fucking mind how liberals will sit there and just talk about these things of like, oh my God. It's like, I love these people and I love what they stand for, but I'm going to watch their movies while they include the things that they stand against. It's like, this is so hypocritical, but people love that. People love that. That's what we do. So apparently there's a new spinoff. It is 1923. Like, are we going to follow every generation now? It's like the new spinoff from 1937. Like, Jesus Christ.
Ran out of ideas.
Like, no shit. A release date has not been given for the show. That 70s show, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are set to make appearances in That 70s Show spinoff called That 90s Show.
Oh, my God.
The two first met on the set saying, okay, it was really nostalgic to be back on set. Kushner said, who played Michael Kelso on That 70s Show told Variety, it's all the same folks that made That 70s Show, so it's pretty bizarre. The spinoff series will follow characters Eric Foreman and Donna Pinicotti's daughter as she visits her grandparents for summer. Kunis and Kuchar will be joined by Topher Grace Foreman, Laura Prepondana, and Wilmer Valdera Fez for guest appearances.
I thought Topher Grace would have a longer career than he had, right?
Didn't he get busted for sexual indecency or something?
Really?
Wait, which one was Topher?
He was the main character. Eric?
Oh, yeah. No, he does. He stars in a lot of I've seen some of his. He's actually a really good actor.
Yeah, he was in. I mean, he had a couple movies after the
did.
series ended, and then I don't know. He just kind of.
He starred in some other things, but they haven't been like major blockbusters. But he's got a few because I've seen him on an episode of Black Hearts. I've seen him in a few movies. He's not bad, but yeah, you're right.
It seemed like he was going to have a really big career,
like
after leaving the sitcom. But
here's the other thing. Oh, Hyde's character is one of the busted. Thank you for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the one that had the allegations of rape and shit leveled against him, so his career's over. Now here's one I don't know how I feel about. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm hypocritical on this one because I want it, but I want it to be good, and I don't think it will be. Frasier. They're rebooting Frasier.
With who? Frasier?
Yeah. Filming for the Frasier reboot is tentatively set for this fall, according to the sitcom star Kelsey Grammer. The actor starred in the original series, which ran from 1993 to 2004. He said, "We're in the final stages of the final script for the first episode of Frasier, and it looks pretty good," the actor shared during a July 4th episode of The Talk. He said, "I've had a couple of runs through it, and I cried, so, I'm happy." Grammer first began talking about rebooting Frasier in 2017, but Paramount didn't pick it up. The series until 2021. So for those who don't remember, Frasier left off, it ended with him leaving Seattle. Now, if you're tracking the history of it, I think Frasier is probably also, I think he set a record for the longest running character on a television sitcom because Frasier was also in Cheers.
Right.
Cheers was in the 80s.
Yeah.
So Frasier played the prominent psychiatrist on that show, and then he got his own spinoff, Frasier, which also took off. It was and I love Frasier. Frasier's probably, if not my favorite TV show. And apparently they're going to do a reboot, and it's probably going to take him from after he left Seattle. Now, that, in so doing, it means they don't have to bring back his brother. And for those that don't know, his on-screen father, Marty Crane, he passed, so he's not going to come back. Niles Crane, he's still alive. Daphne's still alive. I don't know if they're going to come back.
He died in real life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He died like a year ago, I think. Yeah, it's sad. Amazing actor. But he passed, so Eddie, he passed, naturally. I mean, the dog.
Well, how long can a dog live?
Well, in Hollywood forever. We just recast him by somebody that looks remotely like him. So, but yeah, they're talking about bringing back Frasier. Look, I'm just kind of like, dude. I don't know, because he did it in Cheers, and then he did it again in Frasier. Maybe he can do it again. I don't know. But then again, I just don't know if it's going to have the same brand of comedy that he did. It was that wannabe intellectual comedy, but it wasn't. He wanted to be hoity-toity, but it's just, I don't know, it had a very weird genre, and I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was
wanted to be famous, wanted to be viewed as smart, just massive insecurities as a psychologist, which is hilarious to me. And then, Niles is an amazing character. His dad they had a really good on-screen presence that worked. So I don't know, man. And they make in YouTube, one guy make a really good point. He said everything's woke these days. It's probably not going to be funny. And that's another thing that scares me. It's like, please don't fucking destroy the Frasier lineage with this.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be woke.
Yeah, you can go back and watch episodes of The Office, and almost all of them are could offend somebody.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So I don't know that you can even get away with that anymore.
That's where we're at. The fucking woke pronoun people just ruin comedy. So, I mean, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
I could see that, but all right, folks, that does it for this episode of the All-American Savage Show. Hey, you should check out Shell Shock CBD for all of your CBD, Delta 8, Delta 9. We've got the wellness gummies. I don't know if y'all are tracking that. We got the ashwagandha berries. We got the elderberry gummy. We have the We've got the apple cider vinegar gummy out there. Hey, invest in your health. These are great products. $20 a bottle for a month's worth. They taste amazing. Try them out. I've been taking them. Ashwagandha. It's great for your gut health. There's anti-aging properties in this stuff. Go give it a look-see. Support a great American-owned, veteran-operated company. We appreciate all your love and support. Again, that is shellshockcbd.com. Use code Burke for 10% off of your order. You want to buy American, this is the place to do it. You want to get fucking high? We got you covered. Now, again, there's a lot of states where Delta 8 is illegal and we can't ship to it, but Delta 9 probably is legal, and Delta 9 pretty much is almost the exact same thing as Delta 8. It'll get you fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's why we did it, because fuck the government. They tried banning one thing. Well, our nerdy engineers in the back lab were like, well, we can formulate something else that isn't in common. All right, fucking do it. And here we are. So we appreciate it. Love all of you except the trolls. Fuck you, nerds. Got anything to add, my man?
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
Until tomorrow, folks, as always, you stay savage, America.